हेलो एवरीवन। आज के वीडियो में हम स्टार्ट करेंगे व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर वी आर स्टडिंग अबाउट द मीनिंग एंड definitions of the responsibility and what is the authority, what is the theories regarding authority, and now in this video we will study about the characteristics of responsibility. What is the characteristics of responsibility? What is the characteristics of responsibility? Before starting the characteristics, एक बार हम लोग देख लेते हैं कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एक्चुअली में होती क्या है. व्हाट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी? इससे आपको कैरेक्टरिस्टिक समझने में थोड़ी सी हेल्प मिलेगी. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उसको कहते हैं कि जब आप किसी वर्क को, किसी काम को करने के लिए यू आर ऑब्लाइज्ड, आप बाध्य हो कि आपको वो काम करना ही करना है, तो उसको हम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बोलते हैं. ठीक है. विदाउट अथॉरिटी यू कांट डेलीगेट द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू देयर सबऑर्डिनेट. सो यहाँ पे हम कह सकते हैं कि अथॉरिटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कहीं ना कहीं एक दूसरे से मिले हुए हैं. ठीक है. They are connected with each other because without the authority you can't delegate the responsibility. So we can say that the responsibility is the obligation to do something. It refers to the duties assigned to a person by virtue of his position in the organization. आप responsibilities को कैसे assign करते हो, कैसे delegate करते हो? On the basis of the position and virtue of the person, of the position and virtue of your subordinates. ठीक है. So this is about the responsibility. The one definition I'm explaining you, that responsibility is the obligation of an individual to perform the assigned tasks to the best of his ability. This definition was given by the R.C. Davis. Okay. Now we will see that what is the characteristics of responsibility. The first characteristic is the result of assigned duty. Result of assigned duty. Second is obligation to perform. Obligation to perform. Third is assigned to human being only. The responsibility can be assigned to human being only. Assigned to human being only. And now fourth point is non-transferable in nature. If you are assigning any responsibility, means only you have to liable to perform. Then we can say that non-transferable in nature. We can say that this is non-transferable in nature. Non-transferable in nature. Upward flow upward flow. Superior subordinate relationship. Okay, superior subordinate relationship. Goal orientation. 7th point is goal orientation. These all are characteristics of responsibility. Now we will see one by one. The first point is result of assigned duty. We can say that responsibility are the result of the duty assigned to subordinate. ठीक है, ये क्या होता है responsibility? It is a result, ठीक है, of assigned duty of the subordinate. It is on obligation of individual to perform the assigned duties under the direction of his superior. ठीक है, इसमें क्या होता है, अगर किसी सुपीरियर किसी सबऑर्डिनेट्स को कोई भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोई भी वर्क असाइन किया गया है, ठीक है, तो वो वर्क वो ऑब्लाइज है उस काम को करने के लिए, उस वर्क को परफॉर्म करने के लिए, ठीक है। और इसको हम कह सकते हैं दिस इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ द ड्यूटी। रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या होती है, अगर आपको दिया गया है कि यू हैव टू प्रोड्यूस 10,000 यूनिट इन अ 15 days, if you are producing 10,000 units, means how we measure your responsibility that you are performing well or not? On the basis of your results which you perform, which you gain, your output which you are producing. Means your 15,000 unit which is produced by you is your responsibility. It is the result of your responsibility. We can measure your responsibility that you are performing well or not on the basis of the your product, your output. So that's why we are saying that result of the assigned duty. So we can say that responsibility is the result of the assigned duties. The second point is obligation to perform. The essence of responsibility is the obligation to perform the assigned work in a satisfactory manner. Why it is obligation to perform? Because authorized person is delegating some work, some duties to you, some responsibility to you to perform to achieve some goals of the organization. So you are obliged to perform those duties because your superior is assigning you, your superior is assigning you some responsibility, giving you some responsibility on the basis of skills, okay, on the basis of your skills, your ability, your positions, your virtues. So that's why you are responsible, you are obliged to perform that given task. Now, third point is assigned to human being only. Responsibility is the mental and physical activity we can say. Why we can say? Because if a person is have a sense of performing, have a sense of thinking, have a sense of doing physically well, physically perform, so that's why we can assign, we can give some tasks to them. So on the basis of this things, we can say that it is only assigned to a human being only. Responsibility can be assigned to human being only. In other words, non-living things cannot be assigned responsibility. Non-living things जिनके पास सेंस नहीं है, they have no sense of thinking, they have no sense of taking decisions, they have no physically able to perform any kind of work, we can't assign the duties to him. So we can say that the responsibility only to delegated to assign only the human being, not a non-human being. It's very simple. Now, fourth point is non-transferable in nature. It is a very important point that why when authority is delegated, why responsibility is not delegated? Because you are responsible, you are obliged to perform that given task. so you can't delegate it to another person. You can take help, but the overall responsibility of that work is only depend on you, because you are obliged to perform that duties. You can't transfer it to another person. Responsibility cannot be transferred. It is absolute and cannot be delegated. Responsibility is not delegated to downwards. Okay, because you are assigning for performing some given task, means you are obliged to, you are only to obliged to perform that given task. Not another person is responsible. If work is not done on time, means you are only responsible that why this work will not perform, why not completed on a given target on given time. You can't delegate your responsibility to another person. You can only take helps that to achieving some targets, but the overall responsibility will be on you. The fifth point will be a upward flow. Why responsibility is upward flow? Because it's not delegated to another person, so its flow is upward. Responsibility always flow upward in an organization structure. A subordinate is always responsible to his superior. क्यों ये why it's not flow upward, flow downwards? Because responsibility अगर A1, A2, A3, A4, these all are units. Okay, now A1 is assigned some task, some duty to perform, means A1 is responsible to achieving this target which is given by him, which is given to him. Okay, then he is obliged to his superior. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमेशा अपने अपवर्ड के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होती है. मीन्स अगर टॉप ने अपने जनरल मैनेजर को और जनरल मैनेजर ने अपने अंडर के मैनेजर्स को कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी असाइन की है, तो वो किसके प्रति दायित्व उसकी होगी, किसके प्रति वो उत्तरदायी होगा. मीन्स to whom he will be answerable. He will be answerable to their superior, neither to their subordinates. ठीक है, ये अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स के लिए नहीं आंसरेबल होगा. ये किसके लिए आंसरेबल होगा? ये अपने सुपीरियर के लिए होगा. ऐसे ये जीएम किसके लिए आंसरेबल होगा? अपने टॉप के लिए. टॉप किसके लिए हो सकता है? शेयर होल्डर्स के लिए या बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स के लिए. तो इसका फ्लो कैसे हो रहा है? इट्स अपवर्ड फ्लो, नॉट अ डाउनवर्ड फ्लो. सो वी कैन से दैट द अथॉरिटी इज, the flow is downward, but the responsibilities is not have a downward flow. It's have a upward flow, because the subordinates is always responsible to their superior. It's very important point. The superior subordinate relationship is responsibility creating some relationship between superior and subordinates. Yes, it is creating some relationship between their superiors and subordinates. Why? Because all time when the superior is assigned some duties to their subordinates, he is always connected with each other for that work. ठीक है? So we can say that the responsibility arises from a superior subordinate relationship. Only a superior can assign duties to his subordinates to get the work done. Subordinates are bound to perform the duties assigned to them. Only superior is liable, only superior have a power and rights to assign any kind of duties, any kind of work to their subordinates. Okay, and what about the subordinates? And subordinates is only responsible to obliged to perform all works which is given by their superior. Okay, so क्या हुआ? These things is creating some relationship because superior and subordinates both are interlinked with each other. Why they are interlinked? Just because of the work which is assigned. ठीक है, तो ये क्या है, दोनों एक दूसरे से इंटरलिंक हैं, both are interlinked with each other. Now this things is creating the some relationship between superior and subordinates. After completion of the your work, your target, maybe this team will be dispersed, but during the time whenever the task is not completed, it can be created a relationship between superior and subordinate, not only for some projects only, but always superior is liable to give you a task and assign some responsibility to their subordinate. So this process is always run and always performing in the organization structure. So we can say that this point, that superior subordinate relationship, yes, responsibility can create the superior and subordinate relationship because both are interlinked with each other. Now 7 point is goal orientation. Without, it is very simple, as we know that all the organization, all the manufacturing company, any kind of organization cultures exist. Either it is an institutional, social, educational, or any business organizations. Okay, in this organization they have their target, their goals to achieve. So we can say that without any target, without any goals, there can't be generate any work. Okay, so on the basis of this we can say that every organization have their goals, and for accomplishment of that goals we are assigning, we are delegating some authority and responsibility. Okay, so all the responsibilities assigning to their subordinates only just because of accomplishment of goals and objectives. So we can say that the responsibility is also goal orientation. Without goals, the responsibility can't be assigned. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज तभी असाइन होती है जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोई गोल हो, ठीक है, कोई पर्पस हो, तो उसको अकम्प्लिश करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज डिफरेंट डिफरेंट बिजनेस यूनिट्स में, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स में अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर वर्च्यू, देयर पोजीशन, देयर एबिलिटी, देयर स्किल्स, हम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उनको असाइन करते हैं, जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का गोल हो वो अचीव हो सके. सो वी कैन से दैट responsibility may be fixed in terms of functions, target, it may be a continuing obligation or confined to the performance of a single function. So this is a characteristics of responsibility. I hope you all are understand. It's very easy, not a tough. The first is result of assigned duty. The second point is obligation to perform. Third point is assigned to human being only. The fourth point is non-transferable in nature. Upward flow. The fifth point is upward flow. Sixth is superior and subordinate relationship. Seventh point is goal orientation. So this is the characteristics of responsibility. The one point we can also adding, yeah, we can say we can add the derivative of authority. Okay, the 8th point can be a derivatives of authority. What is the derivative of authority? Means without authority you can't assign any responsibility to your subordinates. So we can say that the responsibility कहाँ से generate होती है, ये authority से ही derivates होती है. ठीक है, responsibility should be commensurate with authority. A person become a responsible to perform and assign tasks as soon as authority is delegated to हिम। ठीक है, अगर कोई ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन है, he is your superior, now he is the rights and power to assign you some works and duties। ठीक है, तो वो तभी तक आपके लिए ड्यूटीज असाइन कर सकता है जब तक कि वो उस पोस्ट पे है, मीन्स जब तक कि वो ऑथराइज्ड है उस पोस्ट के लिए। इफ जीएम पोस्ट इज vacant, then the given responsibility given authority will be followed to another person। Means आप उस पर्सन के लिए तभी तक उत्तरदायी है जब तक वो उस पोस्ट पे बिलोंग करता है। मीन्स अगर आपको अथॉराइज पर्सन अगर चेंज हो जाता है तो आपका उसके प्रति जो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी, जो भी उसने वर्क असाइन किया था, वो वहां से खत्म होके दूसरे पर्सन पे, जो पर्सन वहां नया ज्वाइन करता है, नई पोस्टिंग होती है, नए यूनिट्स पे आते हैं, उनके प्रति आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो जाते हैं। तो सेम चीज यहाँ वही चीजें बता रही है कि the person is only responsible to perform an assigned task as soon as authority is delegated to him। ठीक है, so this is the characteristics of responsibility। Thank you everyone, I hope you all understand। In next video we will see that what is the accountability, हम अपने नए वीडियो में इसको देखेंगे।